Still at the motel, Lucas and Beard watched the videos again, looking for anything they might have missed, and they made sure the desk clerks wouldn't touch the video recordings before a crime scene crew could get to them. A moment later, Sherwood came back in and said, "Made my call. Things are moving, both with us and with the Marshal service, and the feds, the FBI." White came back, her face washed, and Sherwood asked, "I know you guys were a bit preoccupied when you went after them, but can you remember, did you hear a buzzing sound or a flapping sound? A drone?" Lucas looked at White and shrugged, and she said, "I didn't." Sherwood, "You two wandered around that area where the shooter would have been, and you saw no tracks?" "Nothing but small animals and some deer," Lucas said. "From where that shot came from, we would have crossed the tracks if they were there. They had to have come in after we went past." Beard, "Unless they were further back. You said one guy had a rifle and another had a spotting scope." Lucas shook his head. "Too much brush. They couldn't have been more than 100 yards out, unless they were up in that big cottonwood, but they weren't. It would have taken them longer to get out to the street after the shots. We looped through that whole area and would have crossed their tracks. There was nothing out there." "Nothing but deer, coons, and rabbits," White added. "Then why bother with a spotting scope?" "Maybe they didn't know how thick it was or how far back they would be until they got there," Lucas said. "The snow's been on the ground for what, 2 weeks?" White said. "If it wasn't a drone, maybe they checked the spot from a satellite, even a Google satellite photo, so they knew the layout but not the specifics." Sherwood, "We need to go back to the house and see where they shot from. I want to look at the overhead." He turned to Beard, "Unless the Marshals have already located it." "No. My guys are clustered around Leonard and Bernie," Beard said. He scratched his forehead, rubbed his nose. Nobody is going to see them or get close to them. When we get some authorities on the scene to lock it down, we'll leave and keep moving until we have a secure spot to put them. Get them back to Washington. Minneapolis is burned to the ground. Gotta sell that house." "If there's a drone, they could track your people as they move," Lucas said. "Not as far and as fast as we'll be moving," Beard said. "You have to understand that the Sokolovs are a major prize for us and a major problem for the Russians," Sherwood interjected. "It's possible that the Russians have detailed a satellite to watch over the operation, like Ms. White suggested. It would be better to put the two of them in a bunker somewhere." White, "You got bunkers?" Sherwood nodded at her. "You know what I mean. An obscure concrete block third-floor condo with marshals in the lobby and every hallway and on the roof with automatic weapons. Maybe a place without an outside-facing window." "We'll find something," Beard said. "Let's get back." The cop who'd come in with Lucas and White had been on his radio, and he came over to say, "We've got 6 guys here and crime scene from the BCA is on the way. We'll lock everything down. Who do I talk to when we're done?" "That'd be me," Beard said. "I'll give you a card." On the way out of the motel, they stopped to look at the Wagoneer. Lucas and White counted 18 bullet holes in the back hatch and side, and more had gone through the broken-out rear window. A third row of seats was lying flat, but several slugs had gotten through to the second row, where the worst wounded man, the one who had to be carried, had been sitting. 3 or 4 had gone through the front passenger seat, at least one had drawn body blood, and another had gone through the headrest and drawn more, probably from a shoulder or neck. "Should have had the third row seats up," Sherwood said. "That's a miss." There was more blood on the windshield in front of the driver, but from what they'd seen in the video, the woman hadn't seemed seriously wounded. "Not bad," Beard said. "Of course it was a big target." "But 80-90 yards away and moving?" Sherwood said. "I'm somewhat impressed." "You should be," White said. Me and Lucas shot them full of holes." She put up a gloved hand, and Lucas slapped it.